for those of us who are, for those of us that are participating in the harvest, welcome to week 2. I hope that everybody has or is starting to maybe find their groove in the harvest. And we're going to touch a little bit on what that looks like as we incorporate social media. So it's so fun, you guys, to see 23 people on tonight's call. That's amazing. And I know that that number is going to double with the people who listen to this recording. So don't forget to pass this recording on to your team, regardless of whether they've opted into the harvest, regardless of whether they've been with Isagenix a week or 6.5 years like myself. Definitely utilize the recording links to these calls, okay? I wish I would have done that sooner on in my build in terms of getting value into the people's hands that maybe weren't quite ready to show up to calls yet. Okay, so don't forget. But you guys, this is week 2 of the harvest. I'm so excited that we are continuing these fall leadership calls, as I'm kind of calling them, coming off of our summer calls. If you missed our summer calls, go ahead and snag those recordings because those calls were phenomenal. Andrea Dolan touched on sharing the collagen towards the end of our summer leadership call series, and that was a phenomenal call. And there was just so many good calls over the summer. So again, kudos to all of us for showing up here tonight. You guys, I am excited to talk about social media. It's one of my favorite topics and something I truly cannot talk enough about when it comes to Isagenix. Social media has been such a joyful tool for me in building this business, but it's also been a really joyful tool for me for network expansion, relationship building, branding, and just quite frankly, adding value to people's lives, especially in seasons like this, okay? So I want to talk about social media tonight, but before I kind of dive into the ins and outs of social media, I'm going to hopefully leave you all with a little bit of a different way to think about social media. Just a couple reminders. There is a book club happening in the harvest with Kelly Dickerhoof. Don't forget about Eric Worre's Go Pro in September. And again, if you're new to this information, feel free to shoot me a message and I will get you the information about the Eric Worre Go Pro book club. It's phenomenal. Tia is also leading the book club in the evening. Kelly's is during the day, and Tia's are in the evening. So there's the book club, and there'll be another one in October and another book covered in November. There's also the Monday 1 p.m. Central Standard Time Power Hours, and those are phenomenal. So if you're able to get on the 1 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time Power Hours, definitely do that. Of course, we have this Monday night weekly call. There's also the Dickerhoofs are leading a monthly Sunday evening call. And the last one was amazing with a gentleman who came over from Zija and is now, of course, building here with us with Isagenix. We also, some of the things I have done in the harvest, for those of you that are kind of feeling like, okay, I want to plug into this stuff, but I don't know where to start. Okay, I know I've gotten a few messages from some of you in the last week of like, I don't even know where to begin. Okay, so get this call on your calendar. Get the monthly Sunday night call on your calendar. Get the book club and the power hour on your calendars if those resonate with you. I created a new list of 100 people that I'm going to share Isagenix with over the course of the next 90-day action plan. And if that seems like holy shit to you, then create a list of 50 people, but get some fresh energy through your business. And to do that, you guys, oftentimes that requires a fresh group of rock stars, a fresh group of rock stars. So create a list of new people in a scratchy old notebook or on an Excel spreadsheet that you're going to share Isagenix with over the course of the next 90 days. Print out your map to Crystal Executive. Print out a fresh, clean map to Crystal Executive. I see some of you taking notes. Amazing. Okay. Maybe your goal is not executive, and that's okay. But here's the secret sauce about the map to Crystal Executive. It will keep you focused. It will keep you plugged in to the individuals you're enrolling into your business, and it will keep you laser focused on who you're working with to help get paid. So when Sarah enrolls, she goes on my map. When Johnny enrolls, he goes on my map. And then I know that Johnny and Sarah are at the forefront of my mind, and I want to get them paid. I want to get them to Crystal Consultants. Okay. So print out that fresh map to Crystal Executive, and then track your leader in action points. And for some of you, leader in action is foreign. You don't even know what it means. You don't know how. That was me a year ago. I was not familiar because I didn't get familiar with leader in action. And again, maybe your goal over the next 90 days is you're just toeing in this business. Maybe you're new. Maybe you're coming back from some time off and some life happening. Here's the cool thing about the leader in action formula. It will keep your business moving forward because you're focused on enrollments. You're focused on helping your people with enrollments, AKA getting your people paid. It's focused on helping your people rank advance, AKA helping them get paid. And it's focused on helping you hold a certain rank in Isagenix, which is accountability with a capital A. Okay, so don't be fearful of that leader in action worksheet. Just use it as a guide, use it as an accountability tool. Okay, so those are some of my harvest tips. Those are some of my 90-day action plan tips. If you are someone who's ready to really jump in, but you just don't know where to start. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about numbers, okay? Because one of the things that I did not do in my Isagenix business over the last 6.5 years is I have never tracked numbers. I'm not a numbers person. I've never tracked the how manys, and it was time for me to begin tracking the numbers, to track the trends, okay? So last week in my Isagenix business, week 1 of the harvest, I reached out to 19 people. I followed up with 13 people. 2 people reached out to me about Isagenix. I had 3 personal enrollments, 2 on the collagen, 1 on our challenge we just kicked off today. And of those 3 personal enrollments, both of those collagen enrollments were referrals. Keyword, referrals. Both of those collagen enrollments were referrals of people who are not yet using the collagen, but referred them to me because they were interested in the collagen. Okay. The 3rd enrollment, like I said, was from a challenge. That enrollment, her name is Brooke. I went back in our messages. I reached out to her for the first time in April 2019. I followed up with her 9 times before she enrolled last week. Okay, you guys, and I share these numbers because this is important. Whether you're new to Isagenix or you've been around, you guys, this is key. 19 reach outs, 13 follow-ups, 3 personal enrollments. Following up is everything. It's everything. It's everything. This week, there's an amazing promotion happening. I'm not going to go into the details, but there's a promotion happening for new customers and you. and your people who are already enrolled. This week should be massive, massive, massive following up with prospects and current customers on this promotion, okay? So remember, track your numbers. Figure out how many people am I reaching out a week? How many people are enrolling? How many follow-ups am I doing, right? Because early on in my build, had I known that for 3 enrollments, which is a lot of enrollments in a week, 3 enrollments would have taken close to 40 conversations. Had I have known that, you guys, I would have let go of the shame game much quicker. I would have let go of the hard on myself. It's not happening quick enough, a lot quicker, right? So track those numbers, you guys. And again, I share those with you because they're important. It's important to recognize that this is a game of consistency. This is a game of conversation. This is a game of relationship building. This is a game of continuously fostering conversation like a back and forth tennis game, okay? And then weaving in Isagenix whenever the opportunity arises and feels authentic, okay? So let's talk about social media. Why social media when you're building an Isagenix income, okay? And maybe your income goal with Isagenix is $250 a week. Maybe your income goal with Isagenix is $2,500 a month. Maybe you're here because you're ready to max out your first business center, okay? Whatever that is, social media is one of the most powerful tools to help you leverage this compensation plan. And I truly believe that, okay? I truly believe, and I know that social media gets a bad rap. We all have people in our networks who hate social media. I don't even know why they're still on it, okay? I get it. I get that social media can get a bad rap. I also understand that social media can feel icky. For a lot of people who are sharing a product or selling a product, right, using social media, it can feel really icky. Here's the thing. My goal tonight is I want you to hop off this call and I want you to think differently about the usage of social media, whether that's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, I'm not on TikTok, but TikTok, Snapchat, whatever that is. I want you to hop off tonight and I want you to be thinking with a higher level of self-awareness differently about the use of social media, okay? We are so blessed in Isagenix, okay, that Jim and Kathy and the leadership team do such a beautiful job. There's so many amazing trainings out there on using social media. And I tell people that when they approach me about the business. I don't want to share on social media because I don't want to be pushy. I get so irritated with my friends and family who are constantly spam-arilla on social media. I get it. We are so blessed in Isagenix that we're actually trained to do it the complete opposite. People first, right? And so I want you to get your pen and paper out and I want you to write down these nuggets about social media, okay? And I hope that these nuggets empower you to think differently about the use of social media, okay? I've trained on how to post, when to post, what to post. I've trained on how pretty pictures are not in 2021. Everybody wants authentic. Tonight is not about social media how-tos. Tonight is about how to think about the tool of social media. And I encourage you to take these to your team because raise your hand if you want people on your team building more consistently with social media, right? A lot of us are still in the era of COVID. A lot of people aren't getting together. Kara Manning and I were just having a conversation. Everything has pivoted virtual. Zoom meetings, school, business meetings. You guys, everything is happening virtually. Yes, there's some people that want to go to sip and samples in person. I'll be honest with you, I'm not one of them. I am loving the convenience of virtual everything right now. Okay? Yes, I can't wait to get to my first Super Saturday and my first Isagenix event, only because I know the value those events bring. But when we're sharing a product with people like collagen or Serenity or the weight wellness products, people are so used to virtual information and links and getting on Amazon and ordering their products on a website. They're not really interested, I don't think, right now, of gathering in my living room, hearing a 50, 60, 90, 120 minute spiel. They just want a link and they want to order it, right? And so let's think about social media a little bit differently. The goal, the intentional goal of social media, to gain curiosity. So when you're drafting up your social media on Sunday, which is what I do for the entire week, okay, think about how can I create a level of curiosity for the people in my network? Curiosity about the collagen, curiosity about the weight wellness products, curiosity about Serenity, curiosity about the income opportunity, curiosity about the harvest. Drop a number 2 in the chat if you posted about the harvest on your social media. Oh my gosh, what an opportunity, right? Okay, so think curiosity. How can I use social media to just create curious people? Curious people that then want to reach out to me and ask me for more, kind of like a carrot, okay? No, here's an example. And again, you guys, these are suggestions, okay? So, I like shoot it straight. So if you're doing something that I'm not speaking about, no one's doing anything wrong. This is all a learning game, okay? But here's an example of curiosity. We have a promotion this week, okay? So maybe instead of posting the Isagenix graphic of the promotion, free product if you spend $150, free shipping with the product if you spend $250 on your social media, what if you put a post out there talking a little bit about the collagen or a little bit about the weight wellness products or a little bit about your next challenge, and then dripped on them that there's a fun extra bonus this week when they're ready to pull the trigger and own their power, right? So then they're coming to you to ask about the promotion. What a great way to have a real conversation via text, over the phone, or in your Facebook Messenger inbox versus someone just seeing a promotion and thinking like, well, shit, I don't have $250. I'm not doing this, right? So remember, think curiosity, okay? I sent them over to my Insta stories. And then I posted about the promotion on my Insta stories. Why? Because I want to create curiosity, but then I'm trying to drive people to my Instagram and Facebook stories. That's one of my social media goals, right? So curiosity. Number 2, social media to increase your influence. And I'm not talking about becoming an influencer. That's not what I mean by influence. What I mean by influence is offering authentic value to your audience. So that increases the influence. That increases your trust. That increases them wanting to come back for more. that increases how they think about you. That increases what words they would be using to talk about you, right? So think about social media from a curiosity point, but also increasing your influence. Hey, do you know Barbie? Oh my gosh, you have got to follow her on social media. I know her from college. Her social media is so positive. She speaks truth. I don't even know what company she's with, but whatever she's doing, I'm constantly in awe, right? Before Barbie knows it, Sarah's best friend Abby is now following Barbie on social media, right? Because Barbie was intentional. She added value. She created curiosity. She increased her influence on social media. You guys, I'll be honest. I've been to a lot of in-person networking events, and a lot of people are from corporate. It's a lot of work in person, belly to belly, and a lot of networking events to increase your influence. Okay? Social media is such a beautiful tool. With consistency and intentional planning, you can really show up in a way that has really beautiful influence over your audience in a really genuine, serving type of way. Okay. So we have gain curiosity, we have increase influence. Okay. We have expand your network. How can you, how can I, how can we use social media to expand our networks? You know, I often hear, and I've heard a lot, and I'm sure you have too, and maybe you've even thought this during COVID. It was really hard to build an Isagenix business through COVID. People just weren't getting together, and it was really hard. Here's the thing, you guys. For those of us that stayed consistent on social media through COVID, it was really easy to expand our network. People were on social media more than they ever had been. I joined more Facebook groups, made more Facebook friends during COVID than ever, because people made this unconscious pivot to virtual everything, right? Homeschooling Facebook groups, fitness Facebook groups, remote learning Facebook groups, parenting Facebook groups. Everybody was on social media. So during that 12-month COVID, right, was an opportunity to expand your network. And if you feel like you missed out, that's okay, because guess what? Now is an even better time. This is an even better time. We're getting into a new season. People are getting into routine. School's back in session, right? This is an awesome time, an awesome season to get consistent again on social media and start meeting new people. Start expanding your friends list. Start expanding your followers. Whatever platform feels the most joyful for you, go to work on consistently using it to expand your network. Okay? The last one I have on the list is to add value. And I briefly touched on that. Okay? So I want you to think about social media in 3 buckets: bucket A, bucket B, and bucket C. And I encourage you to spend some time before you go to bed tonight, because this is fresh, and fill those buckets. Bucket A, what do I find joyful? What's my spiritual gift? What do I love to share? I love empowerment. I love building women up. I love bold fierceness. I love self-worth. Bucket A, what do you love? Bucket B, what else do you love? Maybe it's a hobby. Maybe it's a sport. Maybe it's parenting. Maybe it's your other profession. Maybe it's style. Maybe it's interior design. Maybe it's travel. What else do you love? That's your bucket B. And then bucket C, think Isagenix, think community, think residual income, think events, think calls like this, think recognition. That's bucket C. Not bucket A, not bucket B, but bucket C. Okay? Identify your 3 buckets and then go to work on cycling through those 3 buckets on your social media. Monday, you post about bucket A. Tuesday, you post about bucket B. And then Wednesday, you throw in something Isagenix related, right? Bucket C is everything Isagenix, right? Okay. Why 3 buckets? Because people want value. People want consistency. People want influence. People want curiosity. People want you. They don't want Isagenix. They want to know you. They want to get to know you. They want to feel like they could grab coffee with you next week and have something to talk with you about that's not just Isagenix. They want to be able to approach you because they're curious about Isagenix, but they're afraid because they don't know if they can afford it or if they'll be successful at it. And so if they know you're about something else other than Isagenix, they're going to approach you. And then that's your opportunity to weave in bucket C into the conversation. Okay. So think about those 3 buckets. Okay, few more. I know I'm over time, but pay attention, you guys. Pay attention to the who. Who's liking? Who's commenting? Who's watching your stories? Okay. I'll put up a post of our new twins and I'll get a whole lot of likes and a whole lot of comments, and that's amazing. And then tomorrow I'll put up a post about Isagenix and I'll get nothing. And that's amazing. But you better believe that I'm going back to today and I'm paying attention to who's liking, who's commenting, right? Because guess what, you guys? Even though they didn't do it tomorrow, I know that they're seeing my posts, right? Those are the people that you want to go engage with because they're watching you, right? They're curious. They're seeing your influence. They want to be a part of your network, right? So pay attention to who's watching, okay? Use your stories. If you're not familiar with Insta Story and Facebook Stories, get familiar. Use the question box. Use the poll, okay? Because those 2 options are awesome, you guys. When I have a challenge or a promotion or something coming up, I always put a poll. And of course, just like most of you, I get people who click yes. I reach out to them. They're like, sorry, that was a finger slip. I didn't really mean to vote, like, awesome. Oh my gosh, I do that all the time. But if you're ever interested in some extra income or college and elixir, because it's thebomb.com, reach out to me because it's awesome. You guys, I don't care if it was a finger slip or not. We're now in a conversation, right? So use those polls, use those question boxes, and then of course, use the reels. Use the reels, okay? If you want to see some fun reels, go over to Kara Manning. She's killing the reel game. And she's new to it, you guys. It's messy and it's amazing, right? So use reels because reels are fun and people want fun and they want interaction and they want quick, right? I'll put up a reel and I'll get like 3,500. I think one got 1.2K views. All right, you guys, reels are so fun and they're so interactive and a really great way to be funny and goofy and messy, right? And that's joyful for a lot of people, including us, right? So don't be afraid to be fun on social media, okay? As I wrap up, you guys know that part of the mindset around social media, and I'm just going to be totally honest with you, part of the mindset around social media is you have got to begin looking at it as a business tool. You've got to begin looking at it as curiosity, increasing influence, making new friends, collecting relationships, building trust, sharing something you love in A and B, and then bringing in bucket C. You've got to begin looking at social media and not caring what other people think, okay? Right? Because in order to share a gift at this freaking high caliber of what we can offer, right? In order to do that in such a bold way, to really like call in the people that are praying for you on social media, you've got to get rid of the fear behind what other people think, okay? Right? Like when I post my before and after, and I'm sure Barbie would agree because she just posted hers, like even for me, that's not comfortable. It's not comfortable, you guys. I have family, I have friends, I have coworkers, I have church people, I have haters, I have college classmates and high school friends who probably don't like me, right? It's not comfortable for me, but I don't care. I don't care because the people that are going to be moved by that, right? Those are where my focus is. My focus are those people, the people that I'm going to bless with the gift of Isagenix because of the power of social media, not everybody else. Okay. So I want to empower you after tonight's call to really wake up tomorrow and shift your focus around social media. It is a powerful tool. It's a powerful tool for you to show up as you and reach the people who are praying for you. That's what it is. It's a powerful tool for you to show up exactly how you are for the people who are praying for you to show up. Okay. And when you rob those people of that gift and you rob yourself of that gift, right? Then we're out of alignment with the mission of Isagenix. We're out of alignment with the mission of Isagenix. Jim and Kathy Coover show up in a way that a lot of people don't show up, right? And it's our job to duplicate that, right? So I want to encourage you to begin showing up on social media in a consistent way that scares you, in a way that stretches you, in a way that becomes really joyful and really fun, and just happens to be a really good way to scale your Isagenix business. Okay? You guys, I hope this is helpful. Thanks so much for tuning in and hanging in there. Pass along the recording, you guys, and I cannot wait to watch the social media evolution over these next 90 days. All right, you guys, find some people you love following and get inspiration from them.